Let's get into two cryptocurrencies that I recently purchased that I think are going to have a great chance to skyrocket in 2021 and throughout the next decade. So when it comes to cryptocurrency, the two most popular and well-known in the space are Bitcoin and Ethereum, both of which did extremely well in 2020, where both Bitcoin and Ethereum over 10x in price. And because of this, Bitcoin now sits at a $1 trillion market cap, while ETH sits at $146 billion. So today, I actually want to get into some alternatives to these two coins and where I would put my money instead. And because the coins I'm about to mention have lower market caps, they both have an insanely better chance of 10xing quicker than both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not bearish on Bitcoin or Ethereum. In fact, I agree with the sentiment that Bitcoin is going to 500K and even $1 million in price. I don't know when this is going to happen, but I honestly think it will, no question. And as for Ethereum, I see it going to 10K at some point over the next 5 to 10 years. So I just want to get that out of the way. I'm still bullish on both of these coins. So let's get into this. The first coin on my list is ADA, which runs on the Cardano blockchain network. I think the easiest way to understand this coin is as an alternative to ETH on the Ethereum network. Cardano focuses on high security, high scalability, and low transaction cost. So the reason I'm so bullish on Cardano is that Cardano will allow something called smart contracts to be executed. And if you haven't heard of smart contracts before, they are going to be huge in the future. They allow for an agreement between two parties without the need for a middleman, which means none of the manipulation and cost that could be pocketed by a middleman. This is extremely powerful because what it allows is for you to exchange a good or service to someone else directly, all at the price of a smaller transaction fee than you would find with Ethereum. Cardano uses something called POS, or Proof of Stake system. This is an alternative to a proof of work system that Bitcoin uses. So what this means is, instead of mining the cryptocurrency as you would with Bitcoin, you can stake it. This turns your crypto into an income-producing asset, and because your asset is working for you in order to maintain the system, you get rewarded by earning money off of holding ADA. So overall, Cardano is going to revolutionize the way cryptocurrency is viewed. With their proof-of-stake system, the goal is to demonstrate that Cardano will become stable and will determinately go up in value. You can kind of think of it as the difference between investing in a risky penny stock, hoping that it'll go up and won't leave your portfolio in ruins, versus investing in a safe and stable dividend yielding stock. So some of the cons with Cardano is that it's still in development, so you should see it as a work in progress. Next, it has some scalability issues in regards to how many transactions it can process a second. And also realize that there are other cryptocurrencies that are trying to do the same thing as Cardano, like Ethereum and Polkadot. So just some things to keep in mind. But yeah, overall, I think Cardano is going to be a winner in the smart contract space. And the next coin I want to talk about is one that I actually recently discovered, but am incredibly excited about. And the basis of my bullish thesis on this coin revolves around NFTs and video games. So I think it's understandable that a lot of people are skeptical about NFTs. I mean, the digital artist Beeple sold a JPEG for $69 million. So it's easy to see why so many people would consider NFTs in a bubble right now. However, regardless of whether NFTs are or aren't in a bubble, I think the Enjincoin will be able to change a lot of skeptics' minds. So all thanks to smart contracts, NFTs are gaining credibility because they can establish both scarcity and origin of a particular digital asset, meaning that if Elon Musk decided to release a set of 100 NFT art pieces, because of smart contracts on the blockchain, we can prove that those NFTs did indeed come from Elon Musk, and we can also prove their rarity due to there only being 100 pieces with unique IDs. The way to think about Enjin is that it is an NFT issuance platform with an emphasis on gaming. So think about a game like Diablo. In Diablo, the objective is to slay beasts and upgrade your character with better armor and weapons from loot hauls. Certain armor pieces could be extremely rare, making them inherently valuable in-game only. So this is where Enjin comes in. These rare armor sets and weapons could be sold to players as NFTs, which would allow the player to own that item as a real blockchain asset. This means that in-game weapons sold as NFTs to players would not be owned by the video game developer, but rather the player who purchased it. Here's how it works. Enjincoin is infused into NFTs through a process called minting. And get this, the process can be reversed. Every NFT can be melted back into an Enjincoin, meaning that you can extract real-world value from these video game items, ensuring players that these in-game items will at least hold some value. And that's not to mention that if a rare NFT weapon you got appreciates in value. And another neat aspect about Enjincoin is that the cryptocurrency itself could be used as an incentive reward in-game. So I'll use Diablo again for an example. Instead of using gold as a default currency, players could potentially be rewarded with Enjincoin, which would further incentivize them to spend these tokens in the game and build up a personal collection of rare and unique items, weapons, and armor sets, all while maintaining real value. So in short, Enjin would allow digital video game assets to have real value outside of the walled garden of the video game environment. That's honestly incredible if you ask me. The Enjin system would make it easy for developers to integrate Enjin's token, ENJ, into any game through SDKs, or software development kits that would work with Unity, Godot, and Java. And on top of all of this, developers will even be able to generate reoccurring revenue streams with every transaction of an NFT they create that gets bought, all thanks to royalties. And forget developers for a second. Enjin can give power back to the players by allowing them to create their own NFTs that they could potentially be able to sell in an in-game store. This is huge, as it opens up an entirely new economic ecosystem that merges in-game items with real-world tangible value, all thanks to blockchain as a proxy. So overall, I'm extremely bullish on Enjin and Cardano. Like I said, I recently made some investments in both of these cryptocurrencies. And honestly, if I was given $10,000 and told I could only invest in two cryptocurrencies right now, I would put them both in Cardano and Enjin, easily. Because of their low market caps when compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum, both of the coins have a much better potential to 10x at a much quicker rate. So yeah guys, that's my bullish thesis on these two coins. Let me know what you think and if you agree or disagree with me. See you next time.